Okay guys, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create 6.55 finger guide. Create a sketch on the XY plane. Create two rectangles, a vertical rectangle like so, and a horizontal rectangle like so. Add dimensions. Our overall dimension from left to right is 4.12. Our overall height from top to bottom is 1.5. The width of this rectangle is 0.94. And the height of this rectangle is 0.76. Once you have that, go ahead and finish your sketch and extrude both rectangles by 2.3. We're going to be splitting it across the XY plane, so make sure you choose symmetric and say OK. The first set of cutouts that we're going to make is going to be on this plane here. We're going to create two triangles, and we are over exaggerating the size of these triangles. I'm not connecting these triangles to anything just yet because I want to make sure that they're the same size. So I'm going to click on my equals constraint and make sure that this line and this line of the two triangles are the same, this line and this line, and this line and this line. Once you have that, then we can click on project geometry and project this rectangle. Before I move these triangles to connect them here, I'm going to dimension them. The first triangle has a height of 0.44 and the angle of this triangle is 30. Now I can position these triangles correctly. Click on coincident, find the endpoint of this triangle and connect it to this corner, and do the same for this triangle and connect it to this corner. On a normal daily basis, I would use coincident, but for this I'm also going to use collinear. So I'm going to click on collinear, click this vertical line and this vertical line, and make sure that everything lines up. Once you have those two cutouts or those two triangles, finish your sketch and extrude. Select both triangles and make sure that you are cutting. Next, we're going to click on this face and create a sketch. I'm going to highlight two different planes. I'm going to project the geometry of this face and this face. I'm going to combine multiple cutouts into this one drawing. The first set of cutouts are going to be rectangular cutouts here and a rectangular cutout here. Let's go ahead and dimension these to be 0.26 in and 0.4. It may look odd right here, but it might become clearer after we extrude it. Our next cutout are going to be over-exaggerated triangles that I'm drawing here on the right and the left-hand side of this part. Make sure that you click on the equals constraint to make this line and this line equal with each other and this line equal with each other. Now let's add some dimensions. The first dimension we add is this one, which should be 0.30, and the depth or the length of this is 1.9. I'm then going to use my collinear constraint to lock in this line with this line and this line with this line, and then move my triangle into location. Once you have that, go ahead and finish your sketch. Click on extrude and select all of the shapes that we created. And then make sure that we are cutting all the way through. And say OK. This looks odd, and I don't know why. I have looked at our dimensions, and everything seems to be correct, but it looks incorrect. That said 0.26 right now. That's what it should read. That's how it should look. So make sure that you guys connect it. And when it extrudes, it should look something like this. I did forget to create our slotted cutout. And I can do that. And I can add it by clicking on the plus sign next to extrusion 3 and then double clicking on the icon for sketch 3. I'm going to switch over to a rectangle, but click on the pull down menu and go slot center to center, and again I'm going to over exaggerate the size of this slot. This center point here to here should be 1.12, and the width of my slot should be 0.78. I need to make sure that the line or the center point is coincident with the center point here. Once you have that, finish your sketch. Nothing happens, but if you double click on extrusion 3 and then select it, it then gets cut out. Go ahead and save this as 6.55 finger guide. We then need to put it on our title block to have a front view, a top view, as well as a side view, and also an isometric view. Say OK, and as you can see, the isometric view is too large, so let's double click on it, scale it down, and make sure that it is shaded, and there you go. Remember that you need to add center lines, so I'm going to click on center mark and then click on this arc right there, and then add a centerline bisector here and here. I should also add one here, but there is no other line to bisect, so I'm going to leave it off. It is now your responsibility to add the missing dimensions as well as changing the drawing name. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video.